General, good to see you again.
It's great to see you, and my best to all your listeners and viewers. Thank you for having me back.
Well, greatly
on.
appreciate it. All right, so a short time ago at 1 o'clock, I think you said, you were in a debate with the senator for an hour at public radio, New Hampshire Public Radio, because it was the only thing that she would agree to, apparently. And so you did it. Tell me how that went.
Well, for me, it went very well because all she did was just look and sound like a career politician who is very satisfied with what Washington D.C. is doing for Granite Staters and what Washington D.C. is doing, to America with, the high inflation and the out of control spending and the insecurity and the opioid crisis and the high crime. She just doubled down on all the great things that she's done to create this problem. And I push back on all of those. I mean, absolutely, choosing between heating and eating up here. We're going to go into the winter. We're short of diesel. We're short of natural gas. We're in an energy crisis in this country now. And the elderly and our children, schools are going to be closed. Blackouts are coming. I mean, it's all on the horizon. And she doesn't seem to be bothered by that. I've been doing great, pat myself on the back for everything we've done. And I peeled that back, pulled it apart like warm bread.
Yeah. Let me give you some good news. I used to do this longhand. I would go back and look at the bias from previous elections, and I work out longhand. My friends at Real Clear Politics, they do it for me now. And the undercount of Republicans on average over the last several cycles at this point in the race in New Hampshire is 5 points, right? It's 5 points that Republicans are undercounted. If that's true, the average has your opponent up by about 3 points. You're going to win by about 2 points, according to Real Clear Politics and what they've got in front of me right now. You've got momentum. You've got the arguments on your side, whether it's inflation, the economy, energy, foreign policy, the southern border. You have all of these things at your disposal. So I expect that you, sir, will have wind at your back going toward the finish line as well.
Well, I agree, and that's what we're seeing here. And my town halls are very well attended by Democrats and independents. And when we finish and we have opportunity for one-on-one conversation and photos, I have, a number of Democrats that come up and say, hey, I'm a Democrat and I'm voting for you. And, that's why I do the town halls. That's why I do it. And it's open to everybody. Unlike her, she hides. She has closed events. She was actually challenged on that today. And she doesn't think that's a problem, right? She thinks that, that's okay to hide from Granite Staters, not have open venues, control the venues, even with debates. If it's an open venue, she won't show up. And I've invited her to. And I think we should rent out the Southern New Hampshire University, Centrum Coliseum in Manchester. And that's where the WMUR debate, our TV debate, should be. And we should invite Granite Staters to come in and pack the place like we did when President Trump was up here for his several debates, and not debates, but rallies.
Don't you find it remarkable, General? You were one of the commanders for African Command for the United States military. You were there from 1981 through 2017, the United States military. And they try to paint you as some sort of a wild fringe character who's dangerous, isn't it? So dangerous, you served this country. You stood watch for this country for decades. How do they look themselves in the mirror when they paint you, a man who dedicated his life to this nation, as a villain?
Well, that's just it, right? And I've asked her that. I said, you can't tell people that you honor my service and that you characterize my service as honorable and something that's much needed, and then turn around and paint me as an extremist and a villain and a monster in your ads, on the campaign trail. I am one and the same individual. Hey, they want me in the military, but they don't want me to be a public servant, in politics, because they know I'm going to do the right thing and that I'm not a career politician. I'm an outsider, that I'm going to work for the people, and that I am not going to, play ball with special interests, lobbyists, and the wealthy political elite that are using career politicians like her to do these terrible things to our Granite Staters and to our Americans. It's just, it's unconscionable what they're doing. And I use those words today. And she needs to apologize.
And I want people to know this. Listen, I don't want people to know this because you wouldn't say this. I know that, but I will. 2 Purple Hearts. The Bronze Star, if I'm reading this right, 5 times. Legion of Merit, the Defense Superior Service Medal. You've got 2 Purple Hearts, my friend, defending this country. I mean, then they want to paint you as a villain. I think that your biography is incredibly important. What you were willing to do, you were willing to die for this country so that you and I could have a speech, a conversation, the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom to do the things that my creator gave me inalienable rights to do. Good. That's why I have respect for you. And for anybody to attack you otherwise is unconscionable. And that's why I think you're going to come out on top. Your biography is important because what you've done for us, all of us, is important. And you continue, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be doing this. You could be off retired somewhere, sitting on a beach, fishing, whatever. But you're keeping your hat in the ring because you know it's the right thing to do, don't you?
Yes, sir. It is the right thing to do. And I care about the livelihood of Granite Staters and Americans, and that is being sacrificed right now. And I care about our children and our grandchildren. More importantly, the legacy of this nation with its values and principles and its constitutional republic. She can't even say constitutional republic. She believes we live in a democracy. Well, we live in a constitutional republic, and that means self-governance, government of the people, by the people, for the people, which she has worked to take away. And we need to restore that. I gave an oath to that. I served to it. That oath is lifelong, and I want to serve my country in a different way. But I need people's help. She's got a $30 million. She spent $30 million against me with her lies, calling me names. I need some help at donbolduc.com. That would be great.
Yeah. Well, we're rooting for it. Look, my takeaway on giving people your resume, your background, and the Purple Hearts, you did 10 tours of duty in Afghanistan, for example. You've seen tough days before. You've seen tough days. So these last 12 days, compared to those, probably not as tough. Tough in a different way, but you have the kind of spine that it takes to see this through, and we hope you do. I'll give you the last word.
Well, thank you very much, and I really appreciate this opportunity, and I am honored to have the opportunity to run United States Senate here and go to Washington, D.C. and be an ambassador for Granite Staters and a conduit for getting things done, improving their livelihood, the economy, stop this careless spending, and secure our nation with sound domestic national security policy along with strong foreign policy so that Americans can achieve the things they want to achieve, and our children, the future of this great country, will have everything they need to be successful.
General, thank you for being here. We wish you well for the next 12 days. Hope we talk again.
Thank you. Look forward to it. God bless you.
All right, sir. God bless you.